So one of today's jobs is going to be fitting LED downlighters into the headlining. The headlining I made myself. There's a video on my channel to see how I made this. So that's already got the hole cut in for the skylight. So I'm going to have to be drilling a few holes to run the wires through for the controller. The controller will mount above the headlining, probably as close to the overhead locker as possible, because that's where I'm going to be splicing into a power line feed that I've got specifically set up just for the lights. I'm going to be connecting them to a remote control dimmer as well. I have had them connected up and tested on a test battery just to be sure that the dimmer was compatible with the actual LEDs themselves. These are 3-watt individual LEDs, no, sorry, 2.5-watt LEDs. And 6 of those in total, so they should light up the van quite nicely. But with them dimmed down as well, it shouldn't be overbearing. I should be able to dim them right down later in the night time, and they should be quite nice. So I'm going to crack on, get some holes drilled for the headlining to get them secured and in place, and then I'll run the cabling down to the overhead locker where the other cabling is coming in, and that's all going to be ran down into the that's all of the electrics that I've just got to connect up onto a switch panel. That's the switch panel there. I'll show you the other side of that in a minute. But right, yep, I'm going to crack on and start to get these fitted. Right, so I've marked all of the places where I'm going to be drilling for the lights. They're all measured and they're all looking nice in line. So I'm going to be drilling through. Normally with lights you'd expect the cable to come right out the middle, but on these the cable comes off at the side with mounting holes in the actual centre. So you need to unscrew the cap, take the glass out, and then that can get to the mounting plates. So drill through on the side, poke the cable through, and then you'll be able to mount them on the side like that and just screw straight through, and that'll secure them to the headlining. So I'm going to get the holes drilled, get all the cables fed through, get them secured, and see how it looks. So that's the lights with all the cabling fed through. They just need securing in place now. So I'm just going to dig out some small screws, get them fitted, and get them secured in. Right, so that's all the lights screwed in place. I just need to put the glass covers back on, feed the wiring down the back into the control box and get a live power feed to that. So we'll get these screwed on, get them all in place and get the wiring in. Alright, so that's the headlining all in place, secured in place with the downlighters all fitted and fixed. All 6. At the moment they're just wired straight into the light switch, so when I just turn the lights on there on the panel, lights come straight on. The light switch also powers the spotlights
but because the power both, at times I might just want a spotlight on rather than all the LEDs. Because I've wired them all into there, what I'm actually going to do now is wire in just a dimmer switch. The dimmer switch has a remote control on off as well. I have tested it with the lights and the lights did work fine with them. So I'm going to just wire that. It's just straight through input output, so input from the power from the battery, output out to the lights. That's going to be getting mounted just behind the panel on the inside of the overhead locker. That's where I've got the wiring going down and tucked into the channel and then down into the panel. So I'm just going to now wire that in, and then I'll show it with the lights being able to be turned on and off remotely and being able to dim up and down, and then that'll be the 6 downlighters completely installed and fitted. That's the dimmer just wired on. As I say, it's just straight 2 wires in, 2 wires out from the input and to the lights. So now that's on with the remote control, straight on, straight off. Also dim it down with it as well. It's practically off there now. And brighten it back up again. There we go. So that is a fully working remote controlled dimmer connected to LED downlights. This project I'd split over I don't know how many days, just in between loads of other jobs. Now I'm actually getting down to the end of the conversion, but if I was to do this just in a proper day from start to finish, I'm probably only talking maybe an hour, 2 hours at most. It's really basic, really simple wiring, and as I say, the dimmers, you can't really get any more easier to wire in and turn on and off than that as well, can you? So I've just tested it from outside the van as well, and it does work from quite a way away. I've tested it beyond my gate and from the front gate as well. So you could actually, in theory, leave the light, the dimmer on your keys for the keyring, and then when you're getting close to the van, just turn it on, and then you're not getting into a dark van. So there you go. That's how you wire in the LED downlights and connect the dimmer. So by all means, have a look at my channel. I'm also documenting all the other conversion jobs of this van. Feel free to subscribe, do all the usual YouTube stuff. I'm sure you know what to do. Like, comment, share, all the usual stuff. So feel free to, and hope you found the video useful. Thanks for watching.